Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, our mission is pretty specific, actually. We're looking at something local, but honestly, important everywhere. We're going deep on one simple health check, the vitamin D blood test. We want to figure out exactly why knowing your number is, well, essential. Especially if you're somewhere like, say, Mansfield, or really anywhere up north in the UK where sunshine can be a bit hit or miss. We're using a UK guide as our base today.
Yeah, it's a perfect example, isn't it? Such a simple test, but wow, the impact. Our info comes from a really helpful guide by Blood Test UK. They focus a lot on why it's needed in places like Mansfield. You know, vitamin D, people call it the sunshine vitamin.
Right.
And this test, it just measures how much is actually in your blood. It's like an instant snapshot of how well you're doing with this key nutrient.
Okay, so we're trying to get beyond just knowing about vitamin D. We want the quick facts you need, the practical stuff. Why this test specifically? Why not just, grab some vitamin D pills off the shelf? Is testing really better than just guessing?
That's exactly the core question, isn't it? I mean, sure, we know vitamin D is vital for bones, helps you absorb calcium, that's the classic one. But it does so much more. It's really involved in keeping your immune system strong, helping your body fight off germs and infections. And there's even a link emerging to like mental well-being, feeling good.
Okay, bones, immunity, mood. That sounds pretty important. So getting tested helps you catch low levels early before they cause problems.
Spot on. It's about being proactive. Find out if you're low and you can actually do something about it, properly. Plus, if you are taking supplements, the test tells you if they're even working for you. Are your levels actually going up?
Right, because just taking them isn't a guarantee.
Not at all. Absorption varies wildly. And think about the bone health aspect. Getting tested helps protect against things like rickets in kids, which sounds old-fashioned but still happens, or osteoporosis, weaker bones, especially in older adults. This test gives you that heads up.
And this connects back to the location aspect, right? The Blood Test UK guide mentions specific risk factors.
Exactly. They really stress that people in northern parts of the UK, like Mansfield, just get less sun, particularly in, autumn and winter. So folks there are naturally at higher risk. But it's not just location. They also point out the elderly, pregnant women, and people with darker skin tones often need to be more careful. Their bodies might not make or use vitamin D as easily. Testing is really recommended for these groups.
Okay, so the why seems clear. It's a pretty big deal for overall health, especially for certain people or locations. So the next step is, how do you actually get it done? Is it complicated?
No, not at all. It's very simple, really. A health professional just takes a small blood sample, usually from your arm, quick and easy.
All right, minimal fuss, and then the results come back. What number are we actually looking for?
Good question. The results are given in something called nanomoles per liter, that's N-mol-L. And the general agreement, based on the source material from Blood Test UK, is that a healthy level is somewhere between 50 and 125 N-mol-L.
50 to 125, okay. So if you're below 50.
Yeah, if you're consistently under 50 fermol, that's generally considered insufficient or deficient, and you definitely want to talk to someone about taking action.
Got it. And for people actually in Mansfield, like the guide focuses on, where can they go?
Well, Blood Test UK outlines a few options. Your local GP surgery, your doctor's office, they often offer the test. That's one route. Or there are private testing services available too.
Private services, are they faster? More expensive?
Usually, yes. Faster results is a big draw for private tests. And they are definitely available around Mansfield. Cost-wise, though, there's quite a range. The guide suggests anywhere from about 30 pounds up to maybe 100 pounds.
30 to 100 pounds is quite a spread, so that's something for people to think about budget-wise.
Yeah.
It's not always a tiny cost.
True. But regardless of how you get tested, the number itself isn't the end of the story.
Right. What do you mean?
Well, you need context. The crucial step, really, is discussing your specific result, that N-mol number, with a doctor or qualified healthcare professional. They can look at it alongside your own risk factors, your lifestyle, everything, and help you figure out the right plan for you.
That makes sense. The test gives you the data, the conversation gives you the plan.
Precisely. Knowing the number is step one. Acting on it smartly is how you get the real benefit.
Okay, so wrapping this up for everyone listening, the main takeaway seems to be, don't just guess with vitamin D. Getting tested, especially if you're in a higher risk group or area, is a really key step for, protecting your health now and down the line. Enhancing your quality of life, basically.
Absolutely. And just to add one final thought, based on what the research suggests, it goes way beyond just bones and catching colds. Keeping those vitamin D levels in the right zone, that 50 to 125 range, might actually play a role in lowering the risk for some bigger long-term issues. Things like potentially certain mood disorders, maybe even heart disease and diabetes. The connections are still being studied, but they look promising.
Wow, so one simple number could potentially influence all of that. It really makes you think. What other straightforward tests might offer such a significant boost to your personal health strategy? Definitely food for thought. Something to ponder until our next deep dive.